Good times always creates weak men, and nowadays it has never been easier than all throughout history, thus creating an entire generation of extremely weak men. As Fight Club once stated, we are an entire generation of men completely raised by women. And now, during these past 4 years or so, ever since I left my hometown, I have been on my own journey of finding my own masculinity. So today, guys, I've got 10 ways to go from a boy to a man. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. Boys always make excuses. They always blame others. Oh, I'm not successful because of this, because of my parents, because this person did that. But once you become a man, you stop blaming anyone for anything. Even if you're not in the wrong, you will always take responsibility. This is what it kind of means to be a man. So let's say you let some people very close to you, you let them into your inner circle and they end up betraying you. Now a boy would say, oh, this is their fault. How could they do this to me? But a man is realizing that you did not vet these people properly enough. So their betrayal is on you for letting snakes into their life. So you become a man once you stop blaming anyone for anything. You're not successful, it's your fault. You're not fit, it's your fault. You're not where you want to be in life, it is your fault. You have to take full responsibility. This is the only way that you can truly ever grow. To become a man, you need to look like a man. So stop dressing just like a child. I'm going to be honest, I kind of go back and forth with this one a little bit myself, just because I love fashion, I love style. So sometimes I'll rock some AF1s, I'll rock some Jordans every now and then. But the thing is, if you want to be perceived as a man in the public eye, you need to look like a man. You need to start rocking more button-ups. You need to start slicking your hair back rather than constantly doing the messy hairstyle. So if you want to be perceived more masculine, if you want to be perceived more as a man, you need to cut out these graphic t-shirts, the cargo shorts. And overall, if you're gonna look like a child, at least have fashion, you know, like at least look like a celebrity, like look like somebody important. But don't just look like you don't take any pride in your personal appearance. That's what boys will do. The biggest aspect of this is just leveling up your personal appearance to where you actually look like you give a damn. You put 2 seconds into the way that you look and the way that you step into the world. It's time to rid yourself of childish hobbies. So high schoolers, children, man, they do silly things such as party every single weekend. They hook up with people because pure degeneracy, in my opinion, is quite childish. And then in addition to this, obviously video games, smoking marijuana, and every now and then these things can be okay. But this is more so for boys. This is not what a masculine man does. A masculine man is going to be much more focused on his purpose. He's focused more so on the grind. He's focused more so on his future family rather than trying to act like a rebellious high school student. So for you to level up and finally become a man, you need to rid yourself of these toxic habits, man, and you need to actually start improving yourself. You need to have a career and a set of skills. So obviously a boy is not going to have any sense of career. He may be working minimum wage at McDonald's, at KFC. Maybe nowadays you're an OnlyFans boy, I don't fucking know, but you need to actually have a career, you need to have a skill set or a business. So this means that you need to be in some field, some direction that you can continue to scale things, you can continue to elevate. So if you want to become a man, you need to get a lot more serious about your craft, and you really need a solid set of skills in order for you to keep evolving into the man that you are supposed to be. You must chase purpose, and you need to live with courage. It is my personal belief that every man knows exactly why he came here. He knows what God wants from him, and he is trying to serve this to his utmost fulfillment. Now, in addition to this, he's gonna live with absolute courage. So he's gonna create the exact life he wants to. He's not gonna stay in his hometown because he's too much of a pussy to leave. This man is going to do anything necessary. He will do exactly what he must to elevate and become the best version of himself. So he's not scared of anything. The only thing that you're going to be scared of when it comes to becoming the man that you're supposed to be is not moving forward. The only thing that you should be scared of is not reaching your fullest potential. And then you hustle and you grind even further, even more aggressively than you would have before, because you desperately want to get to the next level. In every culture all throughout history, there's always been a rite of passage when a boy becomes a man. So in some cultures, Let's say this boy has to go to war. In some cultures, this boy has to fight a lion. He typically needs to go through something extremely traumatic and extremely difficult to prove his worth as a man. So this can be different for everybody, but I truly believe that trauma creates the man. So what this means is that if you're in a very difficult situation, maybe you're suicidal, maybe like the worst things ever happened to you, and this is typically going to be a test. So a lot of times, if you just embrace this pain, you embrace this trauma, and you use this to elevate, go to the next level, this is you passing your test. This is you passing your rite of passage. But let's say you cowered away, so you want to start taking pills, you want to start going to therapy, you start calling mommy for help because you're so scared. You have failed the test. For you to go from the boy to the man, there has to be a period in your life where you don't accept outside help. You don't accept anything. You accept the pure pain. You accept you being at absolute rock bottom, wanting to kill yourself almost every single day because you have to get stronger. This sounds intense for a lot of you guys, but think about the generations before us. These boys, 18 years old, would go to war.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
They're literally about to die. All throughout history, man, boys have always done some of the most extreme things. And nowadays, you think if you feel a little bit sad, a little bit lonely, this is something extreme. Now, I encourage you today, guys, go through your darkest, most difficult moments in your entire life completely alone and come out, see how exactly strong you are. Today, I was at the gym and I saw another full-grown man go over to the water machine that's supposed to fill up your bottle, and he put his mouth on this freaking machine like an animal. It's disgusting. If you wish to actually become a man, you have to rid yourself of trashy behavior. You have to have class as a man. Class isn't something that money provides. Class is something that you develop through the years. So this can be the way that you behave. And essentially, it's going to be that you are very civilized, you're respectful, and overall, you're just a very classy gentleman. Think of somebody like James Bond. You're not going around all chaotically, just like a child, trying to cause ruckus everywhere you go. You actually have dignity. You actually have pride in the way that you carry yourself, and overall, you're a very classy individual. In my opinion, to go from a boy to a man, you need to stop watching pornography on a consistent basis. Now, I actually recently watched an Andrew Tate video, a little clip, and he says, when you're playing chess, you're looking at the entire board. When is it ever going to be beneficial for you to jerk off? Like, you're looking at the board, you're like, okay, I can do this, I can do this. Let's jerk off. That's the best move to do right now. No one's thinking that. It's going to be the worst move that you could possibly do. You're frying your brain. It's going to make it more difficult to get real life woman. I would eliminate this as an option entirely. I discussed this one quite a bit, but it's very important, and you need to stop being a mama's boy. So a lot of modern men, they put their mothers on these huge pedestals like, oh, I love my mommy so much. She's my everything. Like, I'd do anything for mommy. This is making you very weak. Once you're a man, what do you need mommy's love for? I'm going to be completely honest with you. What do you need it for? As a child, yes, unconditional love, support, that's brilliant. It's amazing if you're a child up until maybe like 16. But if you're trying to become a man, you don't need mommy's love and support. As a man, it sounds harsh, but you need coldness. You need the harsh reality, the truth of the world. You don't need the mommy filter on your life. You have to accept the world the way it is, and you have to evolve. You have to become the best version of yourself, and your mama cannot help you. Last but not least is going to be the personality. Two things. You need to become much more stoic, meaning that whenever emotions come to you, you don't react just like a child or a woman. You can see this emotion, and then you can process it and choose the best possible decision based off the actual circumstances rather than getting all emotional. And then in addition to this, you need to be a lot more aggressive. You need to be a lot more masculine. And what I mean by this is when it comes to your goals, your workouts, whenever someone disrespects you, you have to be like a lion, man. So a lion is the perfect example of stoic and aggressive, because the lion, he does not give a single fuck 24/7. He's sitting there, he's watching his pride. He is so lazy. He's so calm. He's not doing anything. But if there's a threat, or whenever it comes time to actually hunt, this dude is aggressive as fuck. Like, he is on the hunt. He's gonna kill anything. He's gonna protect exactly the way he's supposed to, because this is how you're supposed to behave as a man. If you want to watch any animal to learn how to behave, watch the male lion. This is going to be the best example. That's it for the video. If you are interested in coaching, my supplements, or my social media contacts, hit the link in the description box for everything. Be sure to hit that subscribe and like button to push this video out. into that YouTube algorithm. That's it. I'm gone. I love you guys.